Listen, if you're still debating whether AI is relevant to your career, you've already fallen behind. But here's the good news. Most of your competition is making the same mistake. They're either ignoring AI completely or trying to compete against it, and both approaches are career suicide. I'm going to show you the third option that nobody's talking about. I'm going to reveal why learning to collaborate with AI, not just use it, is the skill that will define your earning potential for the next decade. Thus, by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to position yourself as an AI-augmented professional, which is the fastest growing and highest paid category in virtually every industry. So stay with me, because what I'm about to share is going to fundamentally change how you approach your work starting Monday morning. Problem. Here's what's really going on in your career right now. You're watching AI tools multiply every single week. ChatGPT, Midjourney, Claude, Notion AI, Microsoft Copilot. The list never ends. Your company keeps adding new platforms. Your colleagues keep talking about prompts and automation, and you're sitting there feeling overwhelmed and honestly a little left behind. But here's what makes this so frustrating. You're actually good at your job. You've built real expertise over years, maybe decades. You know your industry. You understand your clients. You can solve problems that no one else can solve. Now someone's telling you that none of that matters unless you learn to work with these AI tools. It feels like the goalposts just moved again. The pressure is coming from every direction. Your younger colleagues are already using AI like it's second nature. Your leadership is asking about AI integration in every strategy meeting. You're seeing job postings that require AI proficiency even for roles that have nothing to do with technology. The message is clear: adapt or become obsolete. Here's the part that keeps you up at night. You've tried some of these tools. You've played with ChatGPT, maybe asked it to write an email or summarize a document. And yeah, it's cool, but you don't see how this translates into actual career advancement. It feels like busy work, like learning a new software that'll be outdated in 6 months anyway. The real problem goes deeper. You're facing a fundamental shift in what makes a professional valuable. For your entire career, value has been tied to what you know and what you can do. Your expertise, your skills, your ability to execute. That was the formula. Build knowledge, develop skills, deliver results, get promoted. But AI is breaking that formula. Knowledge is instantly accessible. Skills can be automated. Execution can be optimized by algorithms. Everything you've built your career on is being commoditized in real time. Here's the brutal truth. If your primary value is what you know or what you can do, you're already being outpaced by AI. This is why most professionals are stuck in paralysis. They see the change coming, but don't know how to respond. Do you resist and hope it blows over? Do you frantically learn every new tool? Do you pivot your entire career even though that's not your passion? None of these options feel right because they're all based on a fundamental misunderstanding. The misunderstanding is this: you think the choice is between human or an AI. But that's a false dichotomy. The real opportunity is learning to work with AI, not as a user, as a collaborator. It's a completely different skill set and a completely different value proposition. Solutions, here's what actually works. At KB Bluetree, we call this the AI collaboration method. It's built on a fundamental principle. Your job isn't to know everything or do everything anymore. Your job is to orchestrate intelligence, both artificial and human, to create outcomes that neither could achieve alone. The first principle is strategic delegation. This is about understanding what to hand off to AI and what to keep human. Most people get this backwards. They use AI for the easy stuff and struggle through the hard stuff themselves. The goal is to delegate the time-consuming, repetitive, pattern-based work to AI so you can focus on the high-judgment, creative, strategic work that actually moves the needle. Here's how you implement this. Take your typical work week and categorize every task into 3 buckets. Generate, evaluate, and decide. Generate tasks are creating first drafts, analyzing data, researching options. Evaluate tasks are reviewing quality, assessing accuracy, refining outputs. Decide tasks are making strategic choices, applying judgment, taking responsibility. AI excels at generate. You're irreplaceable at decide. And evaluate is where you create the feedback loop that makes AI better. So your new workflow: AI generates, you evaluate and refine. Then you make the final decision and take ownership. You're doing less mechanical work and more meaningful work. The second principle is iterative collaboration. This separates amateurs from professionals. Amateurs ask AI a question, get an answer, and either use it or don't. Professionals treat AI like a thought partner. They ask a question, evaluate the response, ask a follow-up, refine the direction, and iterate until they've co-created something better than either could produce alone. Think of it like working with a brilliant but inexperienced junior colleague. They're incredibly smart and fast, but they lack your context and judgment. Your job is to guide them and combine their capabilities with your expertise. That's exactly how you should interact with AI. Here's the tactical implementation. Next time you use AI for a work project, commit to at least 5 iterations. First, prompt to generate initial output. Second, to refine what's missing. Third, to add your specific context. Fourth, to adjust tone. Fifth, to finalize. You'll be shocked at how much better the 5th iteration is. That's the power of collaboration. The third principle is human amplification. The goal isn't to make AI do your job. The goal is to make AI amplify your uniquely human capabilities so you can operate at a level you never could before. Your creativity becomes more prolific. Your analysis becomes more comprehensive. Your strategic thinking becomes more informed. Let me give you a concrete example. Say you're in marketing and need a campaign strategy. The old way. Hours researching competitors, brainstorming ideas, drafting proposals. You'd produce one solid strategy. AI amplified way. Use AI to research in minutes. Generate 50 campaign ideas, draft multiple proposals. Then you apply your judgment to evaluate which ideas align with your brand, which tactics fit your budget, which messages will resonate. You've gone from producing one strategy to producing 10 and selecting the best one. That's amplification. Now let's talk about prompt engineering. This is just the art of communicating effectively with AI. If you can communicate with humans, you can learn to communicate with AI. It's the same principles. Be clear, provide context, explain goals, give examples. Here's your starter framework. Always include these 4 elements: role, context, task, and format. Role tells AI what perspective to take. Context gives relevant background. Task specifies exactly what you want. Format describes how you want output structured. For example, you are an experienced sales coach. Our team struggles with discovery calls because prospects don't open up. Create a 5-question framework that builds trust and uncovers pain points. Format it as a checklist with explanations. See the difference? That's strategic collaboration. You're providing the context and judgment AI lacks, and AI is providing the generation that would take you hours. Like and subscribe to KB Bluetree for more insightful content that gives you actual frameworks, not just theory. Here's your 90-day implementation plan. Month 1. Focus on strategic delegation. Identify 5 repetitive tasks and systematically move them to AI. Document time saved. Month 2. Focus on iterative collaboration. Pick one important project and commit to working with AI through at least 10 iterations. Month 3. Focus on human amplification. Take on a project that would normally be too big and use AI to expand what's possible. And here's the move that'll set you apart. Become the AI evangelist. Share what you're learning with your team. Volunteer to train colleagues. Document your processes and create templates others can use. This positions you as a leader in this transition. Success story? Let me tell you about Jessica. She was a project manager at a consulting firm. Was good at her job, reliable but stuck. She'd been at the same level for 3 years, watching younger colleagues get promoted while she kept getting feedback about needing to scale her impact. Jessica's value was tied to execution. She managed projects, tracked timelines, coordinated stakeholders. All critical work, but work that scales linearly. She could manage 5 projects or maybe 7 if she worked weekends, but not 20. Her impact was capped by her hours. Then her firm started implementing AI tools, and Jessica made a decision that changed everything. Instead of seeing AI as a threat, she saw it as a way to break through her scaling problem. She started using AI to automate status reports, generate risk assessments, draft stakeholder communications, and analyze project data. Tasks that took her 10 hours a week now took 1 hour. But here's what made Jessica different. She didn't just save time, she reinvested it in high-value strategic work. She started identifying patterns across projects that others missed. She began proactively flagging risks before they became problems. She created frameworks that improved how her entire team operated. Within 6 months, Jessica was managing 15 projects simultaneously. But more importantly, she was adding strategic value that directly impacted profitability. She identified a pattern of scope creep costing the firm millions annually and created an AI-assisted early warning system. That single insight got her promoted to senior director with a 65% salary increase. The real transformation was in how Jessica positioned herself. She wasn't the project manager who uses AI. She was the strategic advisor who leverages AI to operate at scale. She proved that AI collaboration isn't about doing your current job faster. It's about evolving into a more valuable version of yourself. Call to action. Here's what you need to do in the next 24 hours. Choose one repetitive task that you do every week, something that takes at least an hour. Tomorrow, use AI to do that task. Not perfectly, just functionally. Then spend the time you saved on something strategic. Document the difference in outcomes. That's your proof of concept. That's the moment you'll realize this isn't hype, it's a fundamental shift. And once you see it work once, you'll start seeing opportunities everywhere. That's when your career trajectory changes. If this video opened your eyes to what's possible with AI collaboration, smash that like button. Subscribe to KB Bluetree because we're committed to giving you strategies that actually move your career forward. Drop a comment and tell me what task you're going to automate first. I read every comment and I want to hear about your wins. The professionals who learn to collaborate with AI in the next year will have an insurmountable advantage. This isn't a nice-to-have skill, it's the defining skill of this decade. On the best part, your competition is still arguing about whether AI matters. That's your window. Stop treating AI like a threat or a toy. Start treating it like the most capable colleague you've ever had. Learn to delegate to it, iterate with it, and amplify yourself through it. That's how you future-proof your career. It's how you become irreplaceable in an age of automation. Now go make it happen.